rivers and lakes. As many as 21 major hills ranges or peaks of different heights run through the length and breadth of the state, with the highest peak Phong Phui Blue Mountain towering 2,065 meters above the sea level. The terrain has, perhaps, the most variegated topography among all hilly areas in this part of the country. The hills are extremely rugged and steep, and the ranges and leaving some plains scattered occasionally here and there. Shave is a popular dance performed on the occasion of Chhat Chargat, one of the most important festivals of the Mizos. In this dance, men and women stand alternatively in circles, with the women holding on to the waist of the man, and the man on the woman's shoulder. In the middle of the circle are the musicians who play the drums and the mithans horn. Mizoram is also known as molasses basin, as it is made up of soft unconsolidated deposits. Q69.BCATOBAR catapult-assisted takeoff arrested recovery, or catapult-assisted takeoff barrier arrested recovery, is a system used for the launch and recovery of aircraft from the deck of an aircraft carrier. Under this technique, aircraft launch using a catapult-assisted takeoff and land on the shift recovery phase using arrestor wires. The Indian Navy is likely to go with an advanced CATOBAR mechanism from the U.S. for its second indigenous aircraft carrier IACII, which is on the drawing board. The kind of propulsion is yet to be decided. The U.S. has offered India its latest EMHELS electromagnetic aircraft launch system technology. While the older generation of CATOBAR was powered by a steam catapult, the EMHELS uses an electric motor-driven catapult instead, which allows the launch of much heavier aircraft and also reduces the stress on the aircraft. The EMHELS will allow India to operate heavy surveillance aircraft in addition to heavy fighters. The Navy envisages the IACII to be around 65,000 tons and capable of carrying over 50 aircraft. India's first domestic carrier, Vikrant, weighing 40,000 tons, is in an advanced stage of construction in Kochi and is scheduled to be launched by 2018 end. It works on a short takeoff arrested recovery STOBAR mechanism similar to that in the present carrier in Vikramadityan, with an angular ski jump. 19 www.visionis.in copyright Vision IACE. Q70.E2G is one of the classical styles of Indian dance. Around the third and fourth decade of this century, it emerged out of a long, rich tradition of dance drama enacted by Brahmins in temples. It was traditionally the male preserve. Under the impact of Vaishnavism, the themes began to be based on the Bhagavad Purana. The dance is named after the village of its birth, Kuhilapuram or Kusilavapuri in Andhra Pradesh. The Kusilavas or Kuchipulu were groups of actors going from village to village. Kuchipudi is the colloquial form of the Sanskrit term Kusilavapuri. The Vajrayanagara kings patronized the dance form, as did the Golconda rulers after them. In Kuchipudi, one can witness acting, and also another thing that keeps it apart from others is the occasional use of dialogues. Dialogues are something that no other classical dance form of India is based on. The Tarangam is another unique feature of Kuchipudi. In this, a dancer dances on the edge of a brass plate, matching to the rhythm of music. Sometimes, dancers also balance a pot of water on the head. Acrobatic dancing became part of the repertoire. The music that accompanies the dance is according to the classical school of Carnatic music and is delightfully syncopatic. The accompanying musicians, besides the vocalist, are the mridangam player to provide percussion music, a violin or veena player for providing instrumental melodic music, and a cymbal player who usually conducts the orchestra and recites the Salukakchu's mnemonic syllables. Q71.C current receipts are those sources of inflow of money which do not create any liability of repayment on government. Non-tax revenue is part of current receipts. All the receipts under current receipts which are not from taxes are called non-tax revenue. Disinvestment of shares of PSUs would decrease the assets of the government. Hence it is a part of capital receipts. The non-tax revenues include receipts from fiscal services, interest receipts, dividends and profits of government entered